The Subaru Forester is the brand's most popular model in the Philippines. As a matter of fact, more than 1,600 units were sold last year, making it the third best-selling SUV in its segment. This time around, Subaru has fitted the all-new Forester with features to the brim at an extremely affordable price tag, which in my opinion, makes it the value for money king in this segment. With the turbocharged F820 boxer engine out of the picture, this new Forester makes do with a revised 2.0-liter FB20D boxer engine, also found in the Impreza XV. Though it is more powerful than the 2-liter FB20B it replaces, it's still not enough to offset the loss of the turbo model. Power is of course sent through all four wheels via Subaru's Lineartronic CVT transmission. Now remember the Subaru XV review when I said that this power is actually just adequate for its size. Imagine then on something that's actually heavier and bigger than the Subaru XV. 100 kilograms heavier to be exact. Now in the city, you wouldn't actually notice the weight difference because of how the CVT is tuned for instantaneous response during those situations. But out in the open road, you actually need more prodding of the gas pedal in order for the car to have a little more progress when it comes to overtaking. There are even times the CVT's rubber band effect makes the throttle out of rhythm when you want to overtake a vehicle out in the open road. The added mass also has a penalty when it comes to fuel economy. I currently averaged 8.9 kilometers per liter over a week's worth of driving. Though this car is still in its break-in period, so it could also be a factor. Compared to its crossover rivals with a 2.0-liter engine, this Forester is actually on par, though it could really use some help with a 2.5-liter boxer engine found in its North American and Australian siblings. Too bad, because the Subaru global platform is so good, this platform truly deserves a more powerful engine. As a result, this new Forester is actually 70% stiffer, a lot more refined and a lot more quiet in the model it replaces. It's quiet even at triple-digit speeds, and yet its stiff and rigid platform gives it excellent handling characteristics. It's so good in fact that the Subaru Forester doesn't need to have a stiff suspension in order to counteract its body roll through the corners. The steering wheel is very pointy and precise. Doesn't have a lot of feedback, but you know where to point the vehicle through the corners with this extremely responsive steering. It doesn't have the agility of a Mazda CX-5, but rather, the Subaru Forester actually focuses on being stable and smooth as it enters and exits through corners. This is also evident with the car's ride quality. With its very stiff platform, as well as a long travel suspension with soft springs, the Forester has the best ride among its competitors. The long travel soft suspension also has another benefit. It actually gives this car excellent wheel articulation, making the Forester one of the more off-road capable compact crossover SUVs out there. Now while the Forester may be a completely new vehicle from the ground up, the exterior design suggests otherwise. The all-new Forester follows an evolutionary approach, more of a if it broke don't fix it design. It isn't striking, but it looks reasonably well proportioned. There's also enough LEDs up front to bring it in line with the rest of the Subaru lineup. At the back, a pair of striking C-shaped LED taillights are a new design trait never before seen in any Forester before it. The evolutionary approach continues inside. This time around, there's loads of soft touch materials on almost any surface where your hands will ever most likely touch. As with every Subaru interior, everything's well laid out for user friendliness. Front and center is an 8-inch touchscreen infotainment system, which oddly enough, isn't the Subaru Starlink interface we're used to. While the user interface is dead simple to use, the graphics are pixel-starved and look decidedly low-res, especially when compared to the two high-resolution multi-information displays around the interior. With its boxy design, this Forester has stacks of room inside this car. Its high roofline gives it actually a lot of headroom, even for the middle rear passenger. Trunk space is also generous, with well-designed hooks for shopping bags, as well as hidden storage areas. This mid-level 2.0 IL EyeSight variant also features a power liftgate system, which is a whole lot faster than the previous system. Pricing for the Subaru Forester starts at a little under 1.6 million pesos for the 2.0 IL variant, and this includes automatic LED headlights, rain-sensing wipers, passive entry with push-button start, rear aircon vents, 2 rear fast-charging USB ports, 8-inch touchscreen infotainment system, reverse camera, 7 airbags, as well as cruise control. This mid-level 2.0 IL EyeSight starts at a little under 1.7 million pesos, which is the variant we highly recommend. As the name implies, it adds a Subaru EyeSight suite of front-based safety features, as well as a power liftgate, leather seats, 8-way power adjustment for both driver and front passenger, as well as 2-person memory for the driver. Fun fact, the 2-person memory also saves your presets for the front wing mirrors. For some reason though, EyeSight's tuning in this car is a bit more sensitive than most Subarus that I've been driving as of late. Spend liberally, and the 2.0 IS EyeSight adds a large sunroof, LED fog lights, silver false skid plates, 18-inch alloy wheels, as well as blind spot warning and rear cross traffic alert. Now the biggest headline for this new Subaru Forester may actually be the disappearance of the turbocharged XT model. Well sure, the lack of a performance variant may actually be a loss for some people. But in all other respects, this new Subaru Forester is better. Plus with such excellent pricing, as well as a generous list of features, this new Forester may actually be the deal of the year.